What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody had an excellent holiday season. I want to wish all of you and your families a very happy and healthy new year. Initially, I wasn't going to make this video. I was like, you know what? We're streaming tonight at 8 o'clock. We'll discuss it all then. And then you watch all like the social media stuff today, and honestly, I can't take anymore. I literally can't take anymore. I am so glad this season's over on Sunday because this has been the most exhausting, annoying, frustrating, aggravating season we've had in a long time. And that's saying a lot because I've been a fan for like 80,000 years and I've seen decades of bad football. And this year's ranking right up there with all of them because of just the incompetency and the mistakes and the arrogance of this organization. Keep telling us everything is fine when it's really not. And just to start off with this, we just watched Saleh have that press conference. The last couple press conferences have been bad, right? Where he looked like he was like, I got to look inwards. I got to find my answer. Look at Mike Vrabel's press conference today. He was literally bona fide pissed off. He's like, I hate losing. This sucks. You had that passion, that fire. Mike Vrabel looks like he's an all gas, no brick kind of guy. Not this timid talking statue that we're dealing with the Jets. Even Dan Campbell, who obviously his team won the division, coming off a brutal loss where the refs screwed him. And you could see, dude, the fire he has, like that passion where it's like, you know what? I hate losing. It's not acceptable. We got to step back. We demand more. We expect more. And, like, it's that sense of accountability. Like, that's the culture you want. Like, I mean, this Saleh thing is driving you crazy. But it gets better because today the Jets released Dalvin Cook. And to me, it's like this is something that could have been done at the trade deadline. I think early on it was quite obvious that Breece Hall was far ahead of schedule than the Jets thought he was going to be. So they didn't really need Dalvin Cook. And then when they saw Dalvin Cook come back, they said he had to recover from his shoulder. He had to recover from this. He had to get into game shape. The Jets are very good at justifying excuses and justifying mistakes. So at the trade deadline, you could have got rid of Cook then. I know he had guarantees and stuff like that, but I'm sure he realizes, you know what? I'm not getting the playing time I want. I want to get a change of scenery. I want to go play for a winning team. They don't do that. So they released Michael Carter, who's younger and cheaper and probably a better player at the time because Cook didn't look explosive. His blitz pickup was horrendous. It looked like he was kind of half-hearted once Aaron Rodgers was out. So you look at the decision there. So Michael Carter's gone. You weren't getting much out of Dalvin Cook. And they were scared to play Izzy because they said he wasn't good in blitz pickup. So now Carter's gone, Cook's gone. You have Izzy and what? Like the moves they make just don't make sense. So then you're like, all right, Rodgers Saffold, the Jets were desperate for offensive line help. And they were like, the trade deadline, they didn't make a move, but they go out and they signed Saffold. And initially it was, you know, he's got some talent, he's got some ability, but he's got to work himself into shape. Well, it's today what? Today's January 2nd. Apparently he didn't get into shape or just couldn't play, and now he's cut. So you look at what the moves the Jets made in a win-now year, an all-in year, and basically the only move that literally worked for them was Morstead, the punter. That's really it. Everything else they did turn into a mess. Look at on offense. Just you want to upgrade your wide receiver group. Allen Lazard, to the point he's a bust to the point he's inactive. McCole Hardman, trade him away. They couldn't find a way to get involved in the offense. Randall Cobb, I mean, not sure they expected much. He's inactive. Then you have the running backs. Cook, he's gone. You're not getting enough there. The offensive line, you had what? Schweitzer, Tristan Colon, Billy Turner. You're not getting nothing on any of those guys. You bring back Dwayne Brown. He's been injured the entire season. It's been a mess on offense. All the moves you make, you got no return on your investment. Defensively, you bring back Carl Lawson. Doesn't even play, inactive. They signed Amos when Chuck Clark got hurt. He's on the Houston Texans now. Like, look at all the moves they made. So when you keep telling me everything's going to be fine, I mean, if you don't have, like, the selling point on Joe Douglas is that he got you Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Jermaine Johnson in a draft class. Okay, but here's the other thing. Where you get the most bang for your buck is drafting one of the later rounds. Now, you got to give him credit for Bryce Huff. Will they extend Bryce Huff? Will they even keep him in the mix? Man, I am frustrated, dude. This free agent class, like, you look at all the moves that Jets have made in free agency, and, like, McCagnon got ripped for a lot of things. Douglas is approaching the same thing. He gets away with the draft class I mentioned, and he gets away with the trade value for Sam Darnold and Jamal Adams. Other than that, man, you go into the season literally worried. Now, everybody's telling me, like, are you rooting for a win or a loss on Sunday? I'm more concerned about the guy picking the picks, right? Like, do you have, like, you literally need offensive line help. You got to count on this guy, the Jets pick 12, to find an offensive lineman either in that round or after the second round because they don't have a second round pick. Man, I'm so frustrated. I think I'm just venting at this point. But more questions than answers from the top of the organization, Woody Johnson, Joe Douglas, Saleh, all the way down to the bottom.